Do you feel like in order to have a relationship with somebody, like you kind of have to have a little bit of weakness? Or
Yeah.
You do? Explain. Like what makes you feel that way?
Like, what do you mean by weakness? Because, like...
Well, what do you mean by like answering right away? What were you thinking when you said yes right away?
Like, a weakness.
Like if you want to be friends with somebody,
Yeah.
do you both kind of have to have a weakness? Like just having a relationship, is there like you're creating like a vulnerability there where
Like a physical weakness?
emotional
Emotional.
weakness. Do you think that's kind of like you have to take that risk to have a friendship with somebody, to have a relationship? Be just a basic relationship with anybody. Sometimes?
Yeah.
Do you think you can have a really healthy, deep connection with somebody without vulnerability?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Where like there's no way they can hurt you whatsoever? Or do you feel like because you're opening up so much to them and they know so much about you,
If they just stopped, then,
like if they could, like you're basically opening up your soul to them, you're opening up sensitivities to them, can they now use that against you in a way that actually can hurt you? Or is that like,
what do you mean?
does that make sense or not really?
I would say for me, if, just say I had two good friends, and they were, really good friends, and then they just turned on me, and then we were not friends anymore, then, if I had two of them, then that would just be, well, I'd still have another friend, but if that other friend, just isn't my friend anymore, then, yeah.
So you feel like as long as you have another friend, it's okay? Like one
Yeah.
friend can just turn on you and then it's okay, it's fine?
Yeah, because you still got the other friend.
Because you still have the other friend,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, that's just for me, but
Okay.
I don't know.
What about, if it's a friend that you've had for many, many years? Like Shirley, for instance.
Oh, I don't give a crap about her.
You don't feel like that's an overcompensation for how sensitive you actually are about how much you care about her?
What?
You don't feel like you're overcompensating
What does that mean?
or trying to hide a vulnerable part of yourself? Like people will say that, when somebody hurts them, they'll say something like, I never really cared about them anyways. But what they're by saying that, they're trying to mask exactly how sensitive they really are about the person.
Well, I'm not sensitive because I'm the one who literally just stopped it and said no.
But that you could have done that because you were sensitive is what I'm saying. Because you do care about her so much. Because I know that you guys have that special bond. She's been your friend longer than anybody else. So when she does something, it hurts you that much more. That's what I'm talking about by the vulnerability. Because you guys are that much closer, you've known each other that much longer, you've opened up yourself for more years to her. When she rejects you or she lies to you, it hurts you that much more deeper because your relationship was deeper. Does that make sense? Or that
yes,
doesn't?
But I'm saying I don't feel weak because I was the one who did that.
You were the one that did what?
I was the one who just canceled it.
But most people cancel it because of their sensitivity, not because they're strong.
I don't get it.
So you canceled the relationship because it was too much for your heart to bear. Just because you cancel it doesn't mean that you're stronger.
Yeah, because she was lying so much.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
But do you understand what I'm saying though? It's is it? I guess there's two options here, and we have to figure out what option it is. One option is you cancel the relationship because her lies hurt you too deeply. That's one option. The other option is actually I never really felt like she had something inside my heart that could be taken away. And I didn't need to have that with her.
I don't really need it.
There's nothing I'm actually legitimately not like sad? Like
Yeah,
like,
I'm legitimately not sad.
like legit.
Yeah.
Because I
have like 15 other friends.
Yes, I know, but like
that's what I say.
Good.
Like,
That's what I want to understand. But you can also understand how somebody could say that when they actually don't mean the opposite, right?
Yeah.
You understand that, right?
Yeah.
When they're like, oh no, I don't really care about him, but meanwhile they actually really, really do. They're just overcompensating for the fact that they're so sensitive about that by saying they don't care. Like, we'll lie and we'll say, oh no, I don't really care about that person, but you actually really do. Because you have so many years with this person, you've shared so many memories, you've made your heart vulnerable towards them.
Yes, but
when they do something like lie to you, it hurts you that much more.
no, it's not like hurting.
It's not like that?
It's not hurting, it's mainly just annoying, and like you just have to deal with it over and over again. And
So it's not like a deep pain, like you feel abandoned or something?
No, it's not that. It's just that like when they always lie to me, it's like just it's so annoying because I try to tell them that it's not true, and they're like, no, it's real, no, it's real. It's just so annoying because they keep like.
Okay, that's
like,
fine.
They know it's wrong, but like they don't want to prove that they're wrong.
Of
like
course.
I do that sometimes too. Like
Good, you can understand it then.
yeah, like they don't want to be wrong.
Okay.
So yeah, and it's just that like they don't.
So it's more of an
so
annoying
they keep
thing.
continuing over and over again, keep on lying, and like they just don't want to be proved wrong.
Okay.
So yeah.
So it's all surface level. It's not like deeper. It's not like.
No.
But then, how do I put this? So then, what about all those times that you were so proud to tell everybody that you've been friends with Shirley since you were 2? You don't feel like a part of you is missing because you spent so much time together and now you're just cutting it off?
Yeah, I don't really feel nothing.
You don't think people could look at you and say, "Wow, you're really insensitive"? Like, how could you do that? Like, how could you just cut somebody off that you've been friends with for so long? Like, shouldn't you feel a deeper connection to that person because you've been friends for so long? Since you were a baby, practically? Since you were a toddler?
I got my mom inside of me. You know my mom, she doesn't give 2 craps about anybody. She'll just cut it off and then she's done, okay? Like, that's just the end of the world for them. They're just gone. They just disintegrated from their soul.
But I feel like with your mom, she's overcompensating for the fact that she does care about people. And she has to try to convince herself she doesn't care, and that's how she overcompensates. She goes, oh, I don't care about that person, but she really does. She's genuinely hurt inside because she made herself vulnerable by having a relationship with somebody. She's basically, like, your mom is so closed off from being hurt by so many people that when she does open up her heart to somebody, that's making herself vulnerable for somebody to hurt her. So when somebody does something to hurt her, she overcompensates by saying, oh no, I don't really care about that person. I don't need that person at all. When in reality, it took a lot for her to actually open up in the first place. Does that make sense?
Yeah?
So you don't think you have maybe part of your mom in that way?
I feel like we all have that.
Thank you. Thank you. Then you're helping my friend David to establish his point, which is that we all have that. And I was trying, believe it or not, I was actually playing your part when I was talking to David. I was saying we don't need to be vulnerable to be in a relationship. And he was saying, no, in order to have a relationship, you have to make it, like, that's part of what the relationship is.
What I also feel like is that when it's just this, like, just nothing, just thinking about her or whatever.
I'm just conceptualizing.
Yeah, then I don't really miss her. But when, like, we're just hanging out with her, then it's more fun. But, like, it's just that when it's done, when we drop her off, then it's just goes back to saying I don't really miss her.
Do you think that, so, do you know what have you ever heard of, like, numbness? Do you know what numbness means? Especially with your heart? Your heart is numb. Do you know what that means?
No?
So, your fingers, for instance, are some of the most sensitive parts of your body because you have a ton of nerve endings at the tips of your fingers. That's why people can do all kinds of things with their fingers. They
Oh,
can
like this?
yes, like that. But they're very sensitive. the tips of your fingers are very, very sensitive. Like your ears, they're not as sensitive. That's why you can pierce your ears and it doesn't really hurt that bad. Like squeeze this part of your ear, squeeze it really, really, really hard. It doesn't really hurt that bad.
Yeah, it does sting a little.
It stings, but it doesn't because there's not a lot of nerve
No, but
endings
like
there.
the worst is like just right here. It doesn't hurt.
That doesn't hurt at all. Yeah, you don't have a lot of nerve endings there either.
Yeah.
But the tips of your fingers, you have a ton of nerve endings.
It doesn't
right there.
really hurt though.
Doesn't, you're right. I don't know if that proves the point. But the point is this, though. When a part of your body that was once really, really sensitive is burned, like with an actual fire, like it's burned off, you kill the nerve endings,
Yeah.
it's numb. Like you don't,
Yeah, you can't feel it.
you can't really feel anything.
Like just say you're sitting on the toilet for a long time,
Yeah.
and then like you try to get up, your legs are numb.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, I know about that. You know about
Yeah.
that. We sit on the toilet for a long time. So, anyways, back to sports. So you don't think that maybe because Shirley has hurt you so many times, maybe your heart has become a little bit numb?
Yeah. And it's just
That's what I'm
that
saying,
I
like
don't
the nerve-
care anymore.
But I think what my friend David is trying to say is, that's a bad thing. Like that's a trauma. Like now when you look at Shirley, you're looking at her from the point of view of trauma because she hurt you. So you might think that all future relationships are going to be that way, but they're not. Like in the future, you know your friends are not supposed to hurt you. You know that you're supposed to be vulnerable, but maybe because Shirley hurt your feelings, you feel like you don't ever want to be vulnerable
Yeah.
because you don't ever want to open up your heart to
Yeah,
her
because
again.
it's just not like I trust her, then she lies. I trust her, then she lies, and it's just breaking down like the trust, and then it's just gone.
Yes. Yes.
All to the point where we don't even hang out with her anymore. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's really sad, isn't it?
So far, like my life without her is just fine.
You're totally fine?
Yeah, it's literally.
You don't feel
the
like a
exact
piece of
same.
your heart is missing?
No, she made the pieces of my heart missing.
Oh, she already broke it, so it's gone.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Like I told you, she just loses my trust and then just gone. Like, and my life is normal now because like I
You
go
don't
to school,
feel-
I hang out with my friends,
Fine.
go to church, hang out with Ian and Logan, hang out with Andrew.
You're good.
Yeah, it's fine.
She wasn't your very special girl? What is that supposed to be, Justin? What are you trying to say that is?
It's a rocket ship.
Exactly. Big.
Long, bent rocket ship
Oh,
with 2 ball rockets.
Two-ball rockets. All right. Anyways, good discussion.